first example here is actually from USA. It's from a bridge. The bridge actually failed within 16 years of service. Roughly, it lasted only about 15 years. So what they did is they taken some cores and put under microscope and tested. What they have saw is like a lot of ettringite precipitation, DF precipitation in the cement-based and aggregate interface, also in the voids. So near to this, all this ettringite precipitation, all you can see is many cracks in the system. So you can see many cracks in the system. So they concluded, what they have concluded is it wasn't precast concrete bridge, and they saw so many ettringite and associated cracks near to that. So the conclusion was the bridge deteriorated mainly because of delayed ettringite formation. So because of the cracking in the system, this increases the concrete permeability, which can lead to even other durabilities, not only due to delayed ettringite formation. Delayed ettringite formation may be there and the cracks may be produced in the system. And then because of the permeability getting increased in the system, it may lead to any other durability issues, because waters or chlorates, anything can penetrate into the system and can lead to service life reduction. And then it's an example from France. It's a bridge pier where we can see it's direct contact with water, and we can see a lot of map cracking pattern in the system. So map cracking can be ASR or even DEF. So this actually what they did is taken core and studied the core under microscope. What they saw is a lot of ettringite getting precipitated between the aggregate and the paste. So the conclusion was the map cracking was actually caused by DEF here. And then in an example from Sweden, the railway sleeper. Very often in DEF, railway sleeper have been identified affected due to delayed ettringite formation. Not only in this particular case, there are many cases of railway sleeper getting affected by delayed ettringite formation. Reasons are being, typically the railway sleepers are steam queued, and you can see there is a direct contact with the ground. So access to moisture is there. And then also it's because of a lot of cyclic loading is happening because of the train movement, may produce the initial cracks, and then the moisture can go in and then can cause delayed ettringite formation in the system. So you can see many examples of railway sleepers getting affected by delayed ettringite formation.